Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So today I was on Facebook and I saw this article about CNN news reporter Victor Blackwell, and he was basically talking about some statements that Donald Trump made. Statements that Donald Trump made attacking Representative Elijah Cummings and attacking Baltimore City. Now, this brother, Victor Blackwell, is from Baltimore. He's originally from Baltimore. This is his hometown. He has friends and family that live here. So when he heard about these tweets, he took it personally. And he began to actually break down during his statements on CNN to the point where he was actually reduced to tears. And that moved me. That I felt that brother's pain. And I'll get into that in a little bit later, go into like what I think about him crying and all that kind of stuff. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But this is what Donald Trump did. He basically was trying to attack Elijah Cummings because Elijah Cummings has been calling for more oversight over these immigration agencies in light of the fact that you have families being separated, you have children being separated from their family, and all these reports of inhumane conditions. And this brother, Elijah Cummings, as a U.S. representative, part of his responsibility is to check these government agencies when they engage in wrongdoing. And that's exactly what the brother was doing. So because of that, you have this buffoon in the White House, this clown, this idiot, this asshole in the White House, Donald Trump, actually proceeds to attack this brother Elijah Cummings and basically suggests that Elijah Cummings needs to be focused on Baltimore, overseeing the conditions in Baltimore instead of worrying about federal agencies. This man went on to talk about how Baltimore is a disgusting rat and rodent-infested mess. He talked about how Baltimore is the worst run city, how it's the most dangerous in the United States. He also said that no human being would want to live in Baltimore. These are the things that this man said. He described Baltimore as a filthy place. He described Baltimore as very poor, as very dangerous, as very badly run. This is what this man had to say about Baltimore City. And as this brother, Victor Blackwell, pointed out, this man has repeatedly used the language or the word infested when referring to black and so-called minority-run places. This man has repeatedly disrespected and attacked black countries and black people. This man has referred to an entire continent, the continent of Africa, as shithole countries. He's referred to Haiti as a shithole country. And as you can recall, like as I talked about in one of my prior videos, he called on black and, a black congresswoman and, a Somali congresswoman, a Latino congresswoman, and a Palestinian congresswoman to go back to where they come from instead of complaining about U.S. conditions and stuff. This is what this man does. And then as he was telling them to go back to where they come from, he went on to attack the places that they come from. This is a part of a pattern of racism that we see with Donald Trump. This is who this man is. This man is a racist who panders to white supremacists, and this is nothing but another part of his re-election campaign procedures or tactics, where he's appealing to the divisiveness, racism, bigotry, xenophobia. This is just nothing but another part of that pattern. And, the people of Baltimore need to stand up against this nonsense. This city is not as this man has described it. This is a beautiful city. Of course, there are issues that have to be confronted and addressed here, and there are many people on the ground here in Baltimore doing everything that they can to make this a better city. But this is a culturally rich city. This is a diverse city. This is a great city in many ways. It's so much culture here, so many things to do, so much development. There are many great things going on in the city. And for this man to attack this city, to attack the people of Baltimore, even though he's supposed to be a president who represents all the people, It is an absolute disgrace. It is a disgrace that we have a bigot in the White House. It is a disgrace that we have a bully in the White House. It is a disgrace that we have a scumbag, a juvenile buffoon running the White House. This is an absolute disgrace. And this is just another reminder of how important politics are. How important it is for us to register to vote and to actually get out there and vote. This man must be voted out of office. If you are not registered to vote, you need to register today. This, again, is a part of a pattern that we see with this guy, making racist statements against black people and other people of color, other so-called minorities in this country. And if we do not like this stuff, we need to do something about it. You got all these people here on YouTube that love to complain about white supremacy, love to complain about racism, but when they have a chance to fight racists that are in positions of power, they sit around and encourage you and me to sit at home and not get involved in the political process. And these people are a disgrace as well. They are almost as bad as this guy, Donald Trump. And, the other thing is this, man. I want to deal with this issue in terms of, the brother's reaction. His reaction was heartfelt. I felt that brother's pain. But it's time for black men to stop crying. They love to see a weak black man. They love to see that. They eat that up. That's why this story is even more popular, because this brother's reaction, because this brother was crying and stuff like that. I don't think that that's the appropriate action. We need to respond to racism with strength and power. The Black Panthers didn't cry about police brutality. They got on the streets and addressed these police face to face, gun to gun. They didn't sit and cry about racism, literally cry about racism. They got out in the streets and they put in that work to end racism in this country. Just like those civil rights workers that faced the dogs, that faced the police, that faced the fire hoses, that faced jail time, that faced the bullets. They didn't sit at home crying. They got out in the streets and they did something about it. Enough with the crying, enough with the overly emotional, weak response to this racist bastard. It's time to take him out. And the best way to take him out is through the electoral process. And also they need to get those impeachment proceedings popping. Even if they got to go against Nancy Pelosi to get it popping, to get it going. That's what they need to do. So, yeah, I just had to get on here. This is my city. This is where I live right now. I've lived in Baltimore for years. This is my home. When you attack my home, you attack me. And I have to stand up and speak out against this. So I want to hear from y'all. You tell me what you think about this. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Peace.